Hello and welcome to another episode of Charlie Chats Movies, and today I am joined by someone who many of you have been requesting for a few weeks, and finally he is here. It is the one and only Chris McGill. Welcome.
Thanks, Charlie boy.
Today we're going to be talking about the Oscars that were held, Monday, 15th of March, here in the Australian time. Held from 9 o'clock to 12:30. It was an interesting day out there, so we're going to be talking a bit about that. And then at the end, I'm going to be talking a bit about what's in store for the rest of the week in terms of movies and TV shows. So get ready for that. Alright, and first up, we are going to be talking about the movie Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Oscar Isaac and a few others, such as Jacob Elordi, who grew up around here. That movie won Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Costumes, and Best Set Design. I believe, Chris, that you weren't a fan of this movie.
Oh, it was okay. It was enjoyable. I was just expecting a lot more. But knowing Del Toro, it was in his scope of things.
Yeah, he usually does those monster sort of movies. I don't think I've seen any of his movies except for this new one, which I really enjoyed. It's obviously a story we've seen many times before, not that I have ever seen, but this was a good introduction. And the Oscars it won, those are pretty much the ones I was expecting. Best makeup for, obviously, the monster. Best hairstyling, just because the makeup and hairstyling are one category, so that just goes under the monster as well.
I thought Jacob Elordi was really, really good as an actor. I think he did a great performance.
Yeah. I mean,
really good. I think he was probably unlucky not to get something of the award seasons, I guess. I don't follow as much as I used to. But
yeah,
mainly because there's about 45,000 movies it feels like is on stuff, and I lose a bit of interest in that sort of thing. But he was very good in that.
Yeah, so he was put up for Best Supporting Actor, and Sean Penn won that for One Battle After Another.
Well, I don't think Sean Penn, if he's in your category, you're going to lose.
Yeah, he didn't even rock up. He didn't even rock up for the Oscars. He just
Well, that's another thing
because he's already won 2. This is his 3rd. But I thought his performance was also very good as well.
Well, seeing as I tried to watch that movie, which we'll touch on later. What's it called? I can't remember the name of it.
One Battle After Another.
That's how much at least I disliked it.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Leonardo DiCaprio, I really like him, and I love Sean Penn as well. But anyway, we'll get to that movie later on. I guess.
We'll get to that one later.
But I guess I can't judge Sean Penn's performance on the fact that I watched it. I watched I think half of it in 10 different increments.
Yeah,
I fell asleep about 3 times.
Yeah, the second half's better.
Yeah, well, I don't think I got to the second half because I was falling asleep 2 times.
The first half is a bit slow.
Yep.
But then the second half gets it going a bit.
Yeah. Anyway, but so as far as Sean Penn stuff goes, then that was good. But I think Sean Penn's is great, and I think the only thing I did see of the Oscars, which I didn't really watch much of, was Kieran Culkin give the award for Best Supporting Actor, and said Sean Penn, I think said, couldn't make it or didn't want to be here, so I'm going to on his behalf. And then walked off the stage. So I was like, yeah. So typically the Academy rubbish, which is why I don't watch as much anymore.
Yeah, you went on a bit of a rant the other night about how the Oscars are pretty much useless nowadays and how you cannot be bothered watching them.
Well, okay. I love movies, which is why you love movies probably. Mm-hmm. And your little sister loves them as well and so forth. And I'm just a movie nut. Love them. There's too much stuff on now. I don't have enough time to watch them all.
Yeah.
Every streaming channel, I've got about 50 things saved in there. But I didn't even know who was nominated for Best Picture until you told me there was, I think, 11 or 12 movies.
10
movies.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I've seen 6 out of the 10. Yeah.
I don't even know what was nominated because I lost interest after you said it was 10.
Yeah, the 4 that I didn't watch, I didn't even know existed until the award season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess, I think there was Sinners, which I really enjoyed. And I think he won a Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah, he did.
Because that was a cool movie.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Michael B. Jordan was very good, and it probably deserved to get.
He won.
Yeah, probably deserved to get that
over Chalamet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm failing to remember. There's been a couple of characters over time, actors which have played twins in movies.
I mean, Robert Pattinson and Mickey 17 from last year.
Oh, he was good. He was excellent in that. I don't know if he got any notoriety.
He got.
But we only watched it a couple months ago. I really enjoyed that whole movie, and he was really good in that. Obviously, Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap. That was That was quality stuff. Anyone who's got sisters or mothers out there will know that movie. And the original with, I don't know, someone 50 years ago. I can't remember now. Hey, someone Mills. But there's something else recently in the last couple of years that they played, like the same actor played twins of two different...
There's a Tom Hardy movie where he played twins.
Oh, yeah, so he's excellent. Tom Hardy was good in that. That was based on the true story of two basically mobster English brothers. One was sort of half sane and one was insane, and that was a good film. But there was another one, I just can't remember. I've got to think it was... Anyway, I can't remember now, but it's always so hard to play that. But you've got to remember, it's not like a stage play where they get to actually... go in and out of character, and they get to watch they probably get to watch their performance, and then say, I'm going to react against that. If you saw that on stage, although on stage obviously they can't be in the same scene at the same time, but if they had, that would be interesting to have that. But I think, still taking that away, Michael B. Jordan was really good.
Yeah.
But I will say, Jacob Elordi was probably unlucky to miss out.
Yeah, I mean, two different categories there.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it was best actor.
Jacob Elordi was supporting.
Okay, I'm just ranting on now.
Yeah.
So back,
all good.
Bring me back into play.
What were we talking about? Frankenstein, yep, so obviously best makeup, best hairstyling, best costume design, which I thought, anytime you have a movie based 200 years ago, it's always going to win.
Yep.
Costume design.
Yep. I like the fact that, interesting enough, of all the probably mainstream things, it's if people are watching stuff, they might realise that Frankenstein is actually not the name of the monster, it's the name of the doctor.
Yeah.
But then in some part in that movie, I do recall him actually saying that Frankenstein is the name, but there's usually called the monster.
Like I do remember that, yeah.
So it's interesting, so it could actually be Frankenstein as well, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one it won was best set design, which I thought, pretty valid, especially in that whole, in Dr. Frankenstein's big tower, where like he does all the stuff with the body parts and makes the monster. That's all cool stuff. Yeah,
but remember, these are Academy movies. There's other movies that are on that are say Netflix films or Amazon films that aren't even in that Academy. So there's probably better ones than that.
Yeah, I mean Frankenstein was a Netflix movie.
Yeah,
it was.
But they have to.
But they somehow got it through to the Academy somehow.
Yeah, that's a conversation for. There's better movies that I've seen over the last couple of years. I did look at when you asked me to do this afternoon because more of your mates pulled out. I did quickly look at the Oscar winners for the last 10 years of Best Film to remind myself.
Yep.
And there were some good ones on there. Going back to Guillermo del Toro, is that he did the Shape of Water.
Yeah, won Best Picture about 10 years ago.
Which was rubbish. But that's his style of film. I actually don't enjoy that style of film. I think that's just me, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yep.
Yeah. Shape of Water won Best Picture, like you said, about, I think came out 2017.
Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, won the Oscar 8 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's pretty good. A bit weird, but that's what you get. Going back to the 2026 Oscars, Mighty Supreme, 9. I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but
you loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
You got home from watching that. And
I just want to play ping pong more. So I thought it had 9 nominations for stuff like Best Cinematography, Best Set Design, Best Actor for Timothée Chalamet, Best Picture, and it won, out of those 9, it won 0 awards.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it won
None.
Zero. Yeah.
There's been movies like that over time where they're almost, it's like a, I don't know, it's weird. It's like something in sport or something where you can watch it, you really enjoy it, and it's great, but they actually don't win anything, or because it's entertaining to watch, but they lose a footy match by 2 points every time, or lose something out. It's not quite there. It's really good in lots of categories, but not the best in every category, on any category. But I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but you loved it.
Fair enough. Yeah. I thought it was really good. I thought Chalamet was probably just that little bit better than Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, but it's hard to. It's two different genres.
It is tough.
Two different characters or 3 different characters.
Yeah.
So that's really difficult. But same thing happened for Mighty Supreme. I think it was the Golden Globes. 16 nominations, 0 wins.
0 wins out of all
16,
that.
yeah.
Not even you're dating a Jenner award for the leading actor.
So it didn't have the best award season, even though when it came out late last year, early this year in Australia, late last year in most countries, people were thinking, "Oh, this is great, Chalamet, give him the Oscar," all that stuff, and then he just has that arrogance about him where people just.
Oh, I don't watch a lot of that stuff now, but I do get sucked into that when it pops up on my Facebook, Instagram feed. But I actually don't mind Chalamet. I think he's alright. Could have got the award for best hair transformation or something like that. He had long hair and then short hair. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
with Dune 3 coming out later this
but
year.
nothing for Marty. Not even.
Yeah.
Because some of those movies set in the old time, like, because I got an issue with, as you know,
True
I find
stories,
hard
yeah.
watching movies about true stories, but then you watch like Black Hawk Down from 30 years ago, won Best Picture,
Yeah.
or Titanic won Best, but it's also a dramatization of a.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. It's a bit different.
Yeah, when it's like
Jurassic
like,
Park, another one based on a true story. Like, it's a great documentary. That,
Yeah,
things
great.
like that.
Spielberg
That
did
didn't
well
win.
to-
That didn't win Best Picture.
Yeah, no,
did
it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schindler's Listed.
Schindler's List,
by
another
Steven
one.
Spielberg.
Yeah, but once
Yeah.
I think it's almost. I guess with Schindler's List, I guess like maybe Mighty Supreme as well. It's about a particular. Schindler's List is a story with inside, obviously a massive story.
Yeah.
Mighty Supreme is just about that story.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
just
the whole
ping-pong
story.
70 years ago.
That's it,
Like,
that's the whole story.
just some random guy that I'd never heard of until 2
Yeah.
months ago when I watched it.
Yep,
Yeah, Marty Reisman, I think his name is.
yep, yep.
Yeah, but they changed his last name for the movie, which I thought was a bit strange. They changed it to Marty Mouser.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They can take. Do they dramatise it a bit more than normal then?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I guess so,
maybe.
yeah. So changed from Marty Reisman to Marty Mouser. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
All right, it's next picture.
Next one we're going to talk about is we'll talk about Sinners, which won, I think it ended up being 5 or 6 out of 16 nominations. Most nominated movie of all time.
It's ridiculous. So 16 nominations.
Yep.
11 nominations with Mighty Supreme. How many? Without going to the other ones yet, how many? Did anyone else get 10 plus nominations?
This year?
Yeah.
One Battle After Another probably got about that.
Yeah. See, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Sinners, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Sinners, yeah.
It was
Sinners.
cool enough to really enjoy.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty similar from Dusk Till Dawn, but Sinners actually tried being like a good movie. From Dusk Till Dawn, because, pretty similar.
are you
like,
trying to tell me that Tarantino didn't try to make a good movie with Robert Rodriguez from Dusk Till Dawn?
No. I'm just saying they tried
Okay.
making a silly movie. No, they tried making it a silly movie.
From Dusk Till Dawn is the greatest plot twist in all of cinema history.
Okay, yeah,
Anyway, no.
Yeah, let's not spoil anything there. But they're one genre, and then second half
We'll
they
cut that
change genres. No, we won't.
People will wonder what the plot twist is, and they'll want to watch it.
Yeah, it's on Stan if you want to watch it, and probably other things.
It is a
as
cool
well.
movie.
Yeah, it's good fun.
So yeah, Sinners, but
Yeah.
really good. I like those sort of movies. Had a bit of, there's about a bit of musical stuff about it, like
Yeah.
that sort of that's. And we don't live in an area where we have that sort of environment and history. So you see that coming through those southern movies from the US.
Yeah,
So,
speaking about music, it did win Best Original Score for Ludwig Göransson, who this is third Oscar. He hasn't even reached the age of 40. Some of his other Oscars were for Oppenheimer and...
Well, that had a good score. It's the only good thing about that movie. Yeah. Another one based on a true story, which,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Yeah, and his other Oscar was in 2017 or something for something else. But he's also doing the score for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which comes out July 17, I believe, which I'm looking forward
Don't
to.
say you believe. You know it is.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
you booked in the calendar.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
That's
yeah.
right. You know exactly the
Yeah,
day.
I know
minute, you
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Probably my most anticipated movie of all time, The Odyssey, because it's one of the greatest directors of all time. A lot of people will say in his prime, coming off the back of Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best, like I said, Best Music, Best Cinematography, all that for Oppenheimer just 3 years ago, sorry. And he's adapting one of the greatest stories in fiction, in Western history, which I didn't even know existed until the end of last year. But
How's that all related to Sinners? Where this is what
Yeah,
this
okay.
is why things need to be.
yeah, but like I just like having a general chat.
Yeah, no, I'll
okay?
talk. I'll sit here like a Joe Rogan podcast and sit here for 3.5 hours and talk about stuff.
Yeah, this isn't Chris Chat's movies. This is Charlie Chat's movies, but all
Correct.
good.
Yeah, but it's like I said, enjoyed it. Good characters. Like the music, that sort of cool bluesy sort of stuff. The story.
Very artsy.
Yeah, and there's probably a bit of truth. There's probably a bit of truth behind the story as well, as far
Probably,
as something would have started something like that
folklore,
for sure.
200 years ago, or something. Yeah.
But enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, and also
What else did that win? Sorry, best score,
Best cinematography.
best actor, best cinematography.
Yeah, first woman to ever win best cinematography.
Oh, okay. Well, for starters, cinematography. Oh my god, what was in there?
One Battle After Another, Train Dreams, all those were nominated. Mighty Supreme, just the usuals were nominated.
Yeah, it's a really
I don't know how you can
I
really.
was going to swear, but it was a really crappy year for.
I don't mind if you
movies.
swear. Just no
You don't.
N word and C word.
Yeah. No.
That's all.
Yeah. Hang on. We're the biggest Tarantino fans. You can't not mention those two, and if we're talking Tarantino.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, cinematographer. Oh, jeez, who won best cinematographer? Who were they nominated? Barney Supreme.
Mighty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Train Dreams with Joel Edgerton on Netflix.
Yeah, that's Train Dreams. Oh, we're getting to those anyway.
Yeah. Well, we can go to that now.
No,
if you want.
cinematography is a funny one because I think cinematography, you think of how good does it look to watch.
Yeah.
That's what I think cinematography. It was a good movie to watch, but it must be a piss poor year if that's the one's best cinematography rather.
Yeah.
Train Dreams, haven't watched it. It's one of my Netflix lists. The front, I like Joel Edgerton, and I like supporting Australian people in movies and so forth.
Oh yeah, he's Australian.
But I haven't actually. Dude, he's Australian, isn't he? He's in one of the greatest franchises in the Star Wars franchise. Like, things like that. Come on. Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Crazy. Heck, you're not Joel Edgerton is Australian. Train Dreams. It's in my list on Netflix along with about 470 other films.
Yeah.
And I didn't start to watch it. I knew you watched it. Once again, like, what did you think of it?
It's very similar to The Revenant with DiCaprio 10 years ago, where it's sort of slow, it's a story with multiple, like, different meanings to it. It's a bit, like, emotional, but, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's a bit boring and slow. But, you know, I don't mind it. It was very nice to look at. It should have won Best Cinematography.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Like, if you see like The Revenant and stuff like that and Train Dreams, like, how does that not win?
They're very similar in the way they're shot.
How does not... this is the Academy thing. You can't... It's people within the Academy that have to vote for it. It's not worldwide popularity contests.
Yeah.
Okay, I might watch it then, because I like The Revenant. Revenant was cool. The Revenant was really good because it was like... they use that sort of... It's all very close. It's very intimate. It's very... The camera's right in... Obviously, the actors' faces. It's you're part of the actual film.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Train Dreams was like that or not, where you're kind of in that.
Somewhat. It's not really... I don't want to go into it too much, but it's not so much a story of survival. It's more a story of wits, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'll
watch it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it, so...
So what did that win?
I don't think it won anything.
Anything?
Yeah. It was nominated for Best Picture, Best Cinematography, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was one of just the usuals. Moving on, Your Best Friend, One Battle After Another.
Yeah. Yep. Moving on.
We spoke...
Next one.
We spoke a bit about it earlier. Sean Penn, great performance, I thought, best part of that movie. Won Best Supporting Actor. And the big one of the night, Best Picture, One Battle After Another, did triumph over its nemesis Sinners in that category. So I guess it got the last laugh. I was not happy about it winning Best Picture, but I sort of knew it was going to happen. It also won Best Adapted Screenplay, so it must be adapted from a book or something, I don't know. But I always thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, a lot of... Yeah, that's right. I guess I really look forward to watching those sort of movies.
Yeah, like, it feels like it should be good.
It should be different.
Yeah.
I deliberately didn't look up anything. I had no idea what it was about.
Same, me neither.
And sometimes I do look at the
synopsis,
overview.
yeah.
Had no idea. So I expected a different type of movie. Like I said, we can't give too much away because it obviously it's good enough that people want to watch it and it's a big film and it wasn't not bad. It's just that, I mean, if I'm falling asleep 4 times watching a movie, which is probably not uncommon in our household.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. Maybe I was just expecting something different.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just expecting something different.
I felt like it tried being different, even though it was just a generic story. Like, it was just a middle-aged man who finds out that his daughter is kidnapped from his like nemesis from 30 years ago or something, and he has to go find her and track her down. Like, we've seen that. Liam Neeson did it 20 years ago. Like,
so I'll tell you what I thought it was going to be about. I thought it was going to be like an action movie. Mm-hmm. And like I said, no spoilers in this, of course, but I thought it was going to be an action movie, and he was like an ex-former soldier who wanted to come back and avenge something. I was like, oh, this would be pretty cool. Like, and it was not that.
Yeah,
so maybe I thought that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, it went for that, but just sort of, it tried being different which I appreciate. Like, I like the vibe of it towards the end and all that, but it just wasn't intriguing.
Yeah.
It also won Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, who did There Will Be Blood, 20 years ago.
Mhm.
So I think that probably should have won Best Director, that one 20 years ago, but also No Country for Old Men came out that year as well. So, no, that's a different story.
Yeah, which you just watched the other night, which I reckon
did.
is fan. That's such a good film.
Yeah, I know. It's
but-
it's good.
Yeah.
I'd say No Country is a little bit better than There Will Be Blood, but
The Will Be Blood probably goes for a little bit too long.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's just that last sort of sequence, like later on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but it goes for like too long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like, don't want to get off topic, but now that we're on it, talking There Will Be Blood, I feel like when there's a better version of a movie, that movie sort of gets weakened. Like, I feel like Killers of the Flower Moon is sort of just a better version. Like, I think you've seen that one, the DiCaprio
Yeah,
one
that was
from
good.
about 3 years
I
ago.
enjoyed
Yeah.
that. Once again, but it engages you with interesting. I know you. Yeah, and that's true. But that's true. That's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought
Yep.
it was just better, which makes There Will Be Blood a little bit worse, because I can sort of see the faults and see that, oh, this is what you can do better, because Killers of the Flower Moon did it better 15 years later.
Yep.
Going back to the 2026 Oscars, what else is there? F1 was nominated.
Was it?
For Best Picture.
See, I enjoy watching that more than I did
One
One Battle
After
After Another. So
Yeah.
I still keep forgetting its name.
Yeah.
But it's not I enjoyed F1. Now we watched it at the cinema, and we were going to watch it at home too, but we haven't. Watched that. But it's an enjoyable film, I think.
And people were like, "Oh, it's the worst Best Picture nominee of the century, and like it shouldn't be nominated just because it's an action movie." So
Almost all of the 10 movies nominated this year are the worst movies for action. You look at the last 5 years. You've had Coda, brilliant. Parasite, how good's Parasite?
Yeah, Parasite's one of the best movies I've
Nothing
ever seen.
I forget what else has won in the last 5 years, but
Oppenheimer.
Nomadland. That's
Yeah.
just a draining one with just
Frances McDormand.
Frances
in it.
McDormand,
Yeah.
and she just plays like that. Those movies are way more engaging than
Yeah.
One Battle After Another and so forth.
Yep.
But anyway,
Nora. Have you seen Nora?
yeah, Nora,
I
I
haven't
fast
seen
forward.
it.
I fast forward through it. Whatever.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I don't know.
So
F1.
what movie? Oh, F1. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nominated for like stuff like Best Visual Effects. Somehow I don't know how it got thrown in there.
Yeah, but yeah, kind of.
Best sound editing. I think it may have won
That's
that
got better
as well.
cinematography than was that voted for cinematography?
I think it was probably put up, but I don't know.
Kind of half and half that movie. It's kind of I don't know. It's well shot, but they're also bringing visual effects as well into it as well. I guess
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Moving to Best Visual Effects.
Yep.
The exact.
Sorry, folks. I'm looking for my water bottle,
The
which I don't know where I put it.
I
Anyway,
didn't see you walk in with it.
Okay.
Speaking of best visual effects, the movie that everyone would sort of expect to win, the Avatar. Best visual effects, like that's pretty.
Okay. Well, how that wasn't nominated, if all the others nominated for Best Picture, how that doesn't get nominated for Best Picture? Which actually, that was arguably my most enjoyable so far of the Avatar films.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought the third act, though, I don't want to get into it, but just wasn't all that good. You know, the big final battle and stuff like.
Yeah, but it's great. It was a good film to watch.
Yeah.
And the original won Best Picture back in 2009 or whatever it was, and that was
No, it
not.
didn't win Best Picture.
Didn't it?
No.
But direct didn't it win Best Picture. Avatar.
No, it was nominated, but what came out that year? 2009, 2008.
You should know, mate. I rely on you for.
No,
trivia
it was
questions.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Slumdog
Yeah, okay,
Millionaire
that
won.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it came out 2009. If it was 2009, then it was The Hurt Locker. If it was 2008, then it was Slumdog
Oh,
Millionaire.
okay. Well, Hurt Locker was brilliant as well. That was
Yeah,
so
The
good
Hurt
too.
Locker.
Yeah.
Yep. So that one, best visual effects, as you'd expect. Yeah. When that one came up, I was like, okay, Avatar's winning. There's no real competition there. Other ones that were nominated there were Jurassic World Rebirth, F1, and I think Sinners as well, because like they did the sort of split screen with the like Michael B. Jordan. Like that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I forget.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But when you have Avatar, which is just breaking the rules every single time.
It's ridiculous.
It's not even a competition.
Well, James Cameron's invented a whole new
way of filming.
Basically, just invented something.
Yeah.
Like, and you just and no one does it better.
And
it's crazy.
Yeah, and we've also found out that Avatar 4 and 5 are pretty much confirmed to.
Well,
to
4
be a
was
thing.
already.
It wasn't fully confirmed. They'd shot a bit, but they hadn't like fully confirmed the whole thing. I
Oh,
believe.
I thought they said on that podcast. I think it was on Rogan or something, wasn't he? A few months ago or something like that.
Smartless maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm too sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so visual effects. Yeah, but what about the movies? How do we go down visual effects pathway?
We were talking about F1.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I
To
thought
be fair,
Brad Pitt. It was very similar to Top Gun Maverick.
in the days of 5 films in a Best Picture category,
Yeah.
that's not even close. But if
Yeah.
there's 10, well, let's throw a bone to Netflix and to Apple.
Yeah.
And throw them in nomination because it's an Apple film, Apple original.
Apple original, yeah. Which when I saw that pop up, I was scared it wasn't going to be released in cinemas. I was like, oh no, why isn't it being released in cinemas?
Limited though. It was a few weeks, wasn't it? A couple of weeks.
I'm not too sure.
Feels like everything's that now anyway.
Yeah.
What else was Best Picture? I've seen none. I've seen Sinners and F1 and One Battle After Another.
We've done Train Dreams, Sinners, One Battle After Another.
What's that Brazilian film?
Secret Agent. I haven't seen. I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah, okay, that gets some good nominations. It's in Portuguese, isn't it, as well, Luke? Being Brazilian? Or is it? It's not in English. It won't be in English. No, that'd be
I'm not
crazy,
too sure.
obviously.
Yeah.
It's crappy watching. That's what's a good thing about subtitle films, because you read the subtitles, you actually engage it more.
Yeah. Like you sort of
Yeah, for
remember
sure.
the information. Like
That's why-
Parasite. Everyone should watch that movie. Anyone should watch
that
Parasite.
movie because it is very, very good.
It's on Netflix. Give it a watch immediately.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, drop everything. Go give that a watch.
Did you say Stan before? What was on Stan?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, all Tarantino films now on Stan, now on everything,
And Disney and Netflix.
and 4K HD, Ultra HD if you've got it, because they're cool.
Yeah.
Give Jackie Brown a miss,
Yeah, don't watch Jackie Brown. That's all good.
but
everything
you can't be a
else.
trick, yeah. Once upon a time, we'll have a Tarantino day. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it
we can do that later.
now. What else is
Best
nominated?
Picture nominee. So we did OBAA, Sinners, Mighty Supreme, Train Dreams.
Was there a cartoon nominated? Zootopia 2?
No. K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Feature.
Oh, that's what I was
feature
thinking of,
film.
yeah.
Yep. It also won Best Song. Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice. Not even your 11-year-old sister wanted to watch that, so...
Yeah.
But it's the biggest thing in the world this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Looking at this now, I remember... You remember watching Weapons?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was a cool one. People thought that would be nominated, but...
Yeah.
Oh, well, that wasn't... But Amy Madigan won Best Supporting Actress.
She was good at that character. Yeah, she was
good.
Yeah.
She was weird. I think the movie got worse when she came in, but I don't think that's her fault.
No, that was part of the movie, though. Because it was supposed to get weird, but not worse.
I thought it sort of got worse, but...
Because that was the whole mystery behind it all.
Yeah.
This is a movie you can't talk about because it's a whole...
Yeah.
You'll give spoil... Yeah, you get spoilers away properly.
And also, a few robberies. Let's talk about robberies. You haven't seen Mighty Supreme. That's not much of a robbery in terms of Chalamet winning Best Actor. I think he should have, but Mikey B winning, I don't mind that. But The Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. He wasn't nominated for Academy Award, was he?
It was nominated for Best Makeup because they made him look weird, but that's
Mate, not only do I... Once again, I say I don't really big fan of based on real stories, but we watched that with... Charlie and I watched that with our neighbour, and who's a massive wrestling fan, and as well. And I really enjoyed that film. It was we were in a recliner at his place, and normally I fall asleep within 10 minutes. Did I fall asleep in that one?
No, you fell asleep in Predator Badlands.
Oh, that's right. I fell asleep in Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in the other Dwayne Johnson one from last year, the superhero one, Black Adam.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in that during the loudest movie scenes ever. So I fall asleep if I'm not interested. Doesn't matter how loud it is.
Yeah.
But Smashing Machine. Because Emily Blunt didn't get nominated either. She was pretty, but she's good in everything.
Yeah.
She's pretty good to watch. She's good.
Yeah,
and,
she's good.
But Dwayne Johnson, how he hasn't, I think, and I haven't seen many of the movies, but he was really good in that film.
Yeah.
You completely forget it's him.
Yeah. I remember when it came out in October, everyone was thinking, oh my God, we could see Dwayne Johnson with an Oscar. We could see Dwayne Johnson with an Oscar. And then the movie's just been forgotten.
Yeah.
It was just genuinely been forgotten out of existence.
And it was a good film as well.
Yeah.
But it's a good film as well, and I went back to that when it was based 25 years ago, whatever it was,
yeah.
or something like that. But he was, I just realised that he wasn't nominated for anything. But I haven't. You're bringing me into this light of this now.
No, he wasn't nominated. The movie was only nominated for best makeup.
And it was pretty good, but it was just him though. He was the only one in makeup.
Yeah, I mean, still, if you make someone look like
because
a different person,
some of the other characters in the film were playing
themselves.
No, like a trainer from 20 years ago.
Yeah,
they would like play. Yeah, so there's a couple of
a trainer would play a trainer from 20 years ago. Yeah,
yeah,
like
that's
there was
right,
that
yeah.
one guy. Yeah,
and he was the guy who trained, like.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a lot of. It was quite interesting actually.
But
Dwayne Johnson, talking about unlucky to not get nominated for anything, but potentially he could have been close to winning that. But I haven't seen but I think he was better than Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay.
I think he was, but I haven't seen any of the film. So Frankenstein, who was Oscar Isaacs?
No, he didn't get nominated.
Yeah, it was a weird one because they didn't really have a major. Because both of them were equal actors in that.
Yeah.
So they could have almost been both best supporting actor, but then it weren't supporting.
Because the movie is actually structured so the first half is about the Doctor, then the second half is about the monster.
Yeah,
so
from two points of view, yeah.
They're both half and half.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. A few other robberies. It's a shame that I think the new Wake Up Dead Man Knives Out movie was really good. That missed out because it's a Netflix movie.
Oh, that's why I fell asleep in as well.
Okay.
20 minutes before the end. I had to go rewatch it to see what the end was.
Yeah, got to see the 10 twists it has in it.
Yeah.
I love those movies. I need more of those ones. I love the Knives Out.
I did watch
movies.
it when I was not tired enough to watch it. I actually enjoyed it. I like those movies.
Yeah.
Because generally speaking, over the years, movies with
stacked cast
with stacked cast are shit.
Well, then you don't like The Odyssey.
But then you get some good ones like, didn't we watch something the other day? Or I watched something the other day with. I was listening to Roger Avery, who's Quentin Tarantino's partner, basically, business writing partner and so forth. And I was listening to him, and he said he's not a Ridley Scott fan. The only Ridley Scott movie he likes is The Counselor. I think it was cool. So I ended up watching that. Xander's not going to like this, by the way, because Xander's like, none of these movies are the return of the bloody
Beyond the Valley of the
Dolls. Like, nothing compares to that 1932 classic of extraordinary, acting and writing and cinematography and makeup and everything else. But anyway, so. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Stacked cast.
Oh, stacked cast, yeah. So that's got, that movie, for example, has Michael Fassbender, Cameron Diaz, Javier Bardem, Brad Pitt, Penelope Cruz, blah, blah, blah. And that was 15 years ago, mate? 10?
I have no idea.
Like, they were all that was big then.
But
other stacked casts, they don't really, I don't know.
Oppenheimer as well had 12 A-list actors.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Wes Anderson movies recently have had 20, there's just been a whole poster of just A-list. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it works because if you say, I don't know, I think some of those old those rom-coms like Love Actually and those, but they're all different stories.
Yep.
They don't have, and similarly, I guess it's the same if you have a stat cast, but I don't know.
But then
Oppenheimer, they did have a stat cast, didn't they?
Cillian Murphy, Florence Pugh, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Rob Downey Jr.
Yeah, it was stacked.
Safdie, what's his name? Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. Stacked.
What other robberies?
What else was there? Ballerine for Best Picture, of course. No, I'm joking. John Wick is never going to win Best Picture.
No, thank God.
But in 2 years, they're introducing Best Stunt Work.
2028.
At the 100th Oscars, so 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Best Stunt Work for, as a category. So, and as soon as Mission Impossible ends, that category comes in, unfortunately. But John Wick movies, if they keep coming out, then they'll get stuff. Avatar as well, all that stuff.
Avatar?
That'll be interesting.
I guess they do a lot of stuff. Yeah, actually, you're right, because they do all their own.
Yeah, they have to plan it.
Even though they're wearing green dots, they're actually swimming underwater for it. They've learned to hold their breath for. Well, Kate Winslet was saying she learned to hold her breath because she plays one of the mum characters in Avatar, whatever.
Yeah.
I think 4 minutes. Sigourney Weaver was saying the same thing. They end up holding they learn to hold their breath for 4 minutes.
Crazy, yeah.
So they actually do the underwater work.
Yeah.
It's just mad when
It's
they
great.
say
Yeah,
that.
when I watch them, I think it's all just CGI. Like,
No.
I think the water's CGI, but no, yeah, after watching...
Well, they're in
behind-
pools, so the water's
Yeah.
technically not everything around it is, but they're in pools of water.
Yeah.
Like,
So when
yeah.
I was watching them, I thought, like, all the water and stuff was just animated. So, like, yeah, but...
They were just floating around and doing something,
Yeah, but...
moving vertically, but looking like they're going horizontally or something like that.
Yeah, something, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
for some of the scenes they would have to, like when they were riding those big whales and all that, they'd have to do all that stuff. And I think that is just about it from the Oscars side. I am now going to talk about what's in store this week. Chris, you didn't have to get involved too much if you don't want, but on Wednesday the 18th of March, which is tomorrow right now, maybe by the time you listen to this it's today, maybe it's earlier on. March 18th, Wednesday, we have Invincible Season 4 coming out, the first 3 episodes. I know you're on like Season 2, so you've sort of
Yeah, your
forgotten
mates
about-
are like this if they haven't started watching it. Invincible, the good thing
Yeah,
about
a lot of my
animation-
mates have. I want to get
Yeah,
them on
it's-
about it. Yeah, it's great.
It's graphic, obviously, like it's full on. That's a good thing about animation.
Yeah, they can just go all...
Yeah.
Yeah, so first 3 episodes come out for that.
That's a good show, that.
Yeah. First 3 episodes come out for that Wednesday, 18th. And then it's 1 episode every week on the Wednesday for until I think there's 9 or 10 episodes planned. And also on, what is it? I think it's on Thursday, Project Hail Mary comes out starring Ryan Gosling, which apparently from early reviews is an absolute banger. One of the best sci-fi movies of the decade or past 15 years or something. So that's interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Who wrote that and directed? Yeah, who's doing that?
I have no idea. I
Who
just know
produced
Ryan
it?
Gosling's. I have no idea.
Mm.
All I know is, yeah, the trailers don't look that interesting, but it's based on a book, and the person who wrote the book also wrote the Martian book with Matt Damon, which is one of my favorite, which is one of my favorite movies. So of course I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I think we are all done. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for next week, where I will likely be having a few mates on to debate The Hangover. So I'm looking forward to that one. That will be recorded on the Monday, coming out later that day. So look forward to that and stay tuned for more. Thank you.